Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. You see, under normal circumstances, I do not talk about conspiracy theories. I prefer not to talk about conspiracy theories, sensationalism. I keep away from most of these. But today, I want to talk to you about an attack that took place on a gentleman called Saif Ali Khan, who is a very big Hindi film star. An attack that happened in Bandra. I want to talk about the investigation and what has come up in the investigation in the last 2 days. I want to talk about a couple of more attacks that happened before this particular attack, and then I want to try and figure out why are these attacks happening and why do they look so suspicious. That's my story today. Let's get right into the show. You see, the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, and who's also the Home Minister, who also handles home portfolio, said that, listen, you know what, one attack should not, set panic in a state. He's right. He's right. One attack should not set panic in a state. Because violence, unfortunately, in this world happens. I agree to him. See, the problem is when there are several attacks, or more than one attack, which raises eyebrows. Take it now. First, let's talk about Saif Ali Khan's attack and what we know till now. The investigation is on, and I think in all fairness, we should give the police chance to do their investigation, to come out with whatever their investigation brings forward. But okay, till now. You see, a man who is still identified, because some people say that the CC footage is out. Some people say that CC footage, that is not the guy who actually did it. Some people say it is somebody else. Whatever. If you go by the maid, that is Mr. Saif Ali Khan's maid, then there was an intruder who actually popped up at 2 o'clock in the night. She got suspicious. She ran to her child's, that is Saif Ali Khan's youngest child's room, where she said he was seen, and this attacker came into Saif Ali Khan's house with a hacksaw blade and a stick. Okay, he went into Saif Ali Khan's house with a hacksaw blade and a stick and demanded 1 crore rupees. So this whole hacksaw blade and stick, I found it very strange. ठीक है. Now, Saif Ali Khan stays in Bandra in a super luxurious house. Okay, super luxurious house. And he has a quadruplex in that house. He has 4 floors in that house. 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, I believe. Now, the point is, and he was on the 11th floor. This incident takes place on the 11th floor. Now, the point is, everybody staying in that building, everybody staying in that building are super rich. They're billionaires, because otherwise you can't afford a flat in that building. So it is a building of billionaires. See, when it's a building of billionaires, normally that building is well guarded. Security guard hota hai na? Bhai, I am a middle class fellow, middle class person. I come from a middle class colony. Even my building has a fairly decent number of security. My colony has a fairly decent number of security. I don't think somebody can just attack somebody and then run away and nobody knows. This normally hota nahi hai. In a colony like this where they are billionaires, I'm sure the security arrangement made for those people, to protect those people, would be the billionaire types. ठीक है ना? Would you agree to that? Okay. Now, Saif Ali Khan is married to a lady called Kareena Kapoor. Now, both Saif Ali Khan and Kareena Kapoor were superstars in Hindi film industry. They are very big names in Hindi film industry. And both have got their personal security arrangements, personal bouncers and bodyguards and all of that. They have their personal bodyguards. The building I'm sure has a fairly decent security. And if my information serves me right, they also have police protection. So police protection, security guards of the building, their personal security guards, all this one man with a stick and a hacksaw blade, they breached all of it and got into the child's room, Saif Ali Khan's child's room. Sounds okay to you? Chalo, that also I agree. So the lady, this maid, very bravely protected the child, or at least tried to protect the child and defend the child. And in the process of defending the child, she herself got wounded with the hacksaw blade that the attacker were carrying. And then came Saif Ali Khan, and then he tried to protect his child. And then the story goes that he was stabbed. He was stabbed with a knife, a kitchen knife, possibly, which was taken from the house itself, a kitchen knife. He was stabbed, and he was stabbed 6 times. One stab almost damaged his spine. Luckily, it was millimeters away from his spine, so that saved his life. That was a very lucky thing that happened. Thank God for it. And he suffered a lot of wound injuries. They say he was in ICU and he will be moved to a regular room soon. So, which means he is recovering. Okay. So, one man, okay, in a house which normally should have a fairly decent amount of staff, one person with a hacksaw blade and a stick and a now newly found knife, did all this, asked for 1 crore, didn't get 1 crore, and walked down, opened the door and walked down. And he is not found. Till date, he is not found. Some people were called in, then they were said that this is not the person concerned. The man went up to 14th floor, they say through some ducting, climbing from ground to 14th floor with one stick and one hacksaw blade, hoping to get 1 crore rupees. 1 crore rupees, that is another very interesting factor. Bhai, who keeps 1 crore rupees at home? 1 crore rupees. मतलब क्या कितना 1 करोड़ रुपया तो है. He was expecting ऐसा 1 करोड़ रुपया ना. One second. What? अच्छा. So he walks down. So CCTV footage, security guards, bouncers, all of them, nobody knows, and he walks out. He vanishes. When this robber who attempts to rob, he doesn't rob incidentally, who attempts to rob, and when he runs, normally every house has a intercom to contact the security guard saying that chor bhag raha hai, wo pakdo usko. Intercom. Nobody intercom from the top to bottom saying that bhai wo chor hai, bhag raha hai, pakdo yaar. No, he went. He vanished. He vanished into thin air as if he just disappeared. Correct. So that happened. ठीक है. Now the fourth part. Saif Ali Khan was wounded badly. He was wounded on his back. That is what the rickshaw driver says. Back, front, everywhere he was wounded. Poor man, must be in a lot of pain too. Achha, he came down and he had to take a rickshaw to go to Leelavati Hospital. An auto rickshaw. Isn't it strange? You're saying in a billionaire's building, chalo, you don't have a car. You don't have a driver at 2 a.m. Which is kind of surprising because most of these people have shoots round the clock. So they have drivers on duty round the clock. Most of them. Maybe he doesn't. It's not necessary that he should also have it. He doesn't. But most of these stars have drivers round the clock because shoots, it's not necessary always happens from 9 to 5. No, it happens different time. Anyway, chalo na. So he doesn't have a driver and nobody in his house knows to drive. Nobody in his house has ever driven a car. So he comes down with his little child and one more help, comes down, doesn't knock any doors in the 14th floor building where billionaire stays and everybody must be having 3 to 4 cars at their disposal. He doesn't knock anybody's door. Chup chap walks down. It was not a small injury that happened, no. It was not a headache that he was complaining of, no. It was not a stomach ache that all of a sudden happened. It was 6 stab wounds. He didn't bother to disturb anybody in the building, came down, got into the auto rickshaw and went to Leelavati and got himself admitted with his little son. Now, all this I find a little strange. Not that, therefore, I'm saying that there is a conspiracy to it. Not that, therefore, I want to spread any sensationalism around it. No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. And not that I say that poor gentleman who suffered this wound, that is Saif Ali Khan, poor gentleman must have gone through hell, and I pray for him. I pray for him. I pray for his early recovery. The gentleman must have really had a very, very bad time. So that too. But that being said, the way things happened, the way things are presented, sounds very weird to me. And the police has nothing different to say. The police to some extent, is, to my mind, is corroborating to whatever is being said, and that's what the narrative is now being set. Okay, na? So that's point number 1. Could have happened, could not have happened. This could have been the real story. This couldn't have been the real story. This could have been as weird as it sounds. It could be what happened. So one doesn't know. So let us look, but wait and watch. My team is also doing its own investigation. A lot of people are doing their investigation. They will also come up with their theories, and I'm sure they will come in front of you with their point. But this is what I believe. Now, the reason I said a couple of events that happened in the recent past, which is why I'm even doing this editorial. Baba Siddiqui. He had 2 securities at any given point in time. He was near his son's office and somebody in the night came and shot him. Where one security had left, one security was there. And the security was there didn't even bother to protect him or to return a shot. They didn't even do that. And he was killed, died on the spot. Lawrence Bishnoi was the person who allegedly has killed him, and Lawrence Bishnoi's gang was the gang that wanted to kill him. Why? One doesn't know. What was he doing with Lawrence Bishnoi? What was Lawrence Bishnoi doing with him? What was the problem? One doesn't know. Was there a ransom? One doesn't know. Was he asked for some ransom? Like here, this people were asked for 1 crore rupees. Was he asked for a ransom? One doesn't know. Why was he killed? One doesn't know. But he was killed. All the same. Security guard didn't return fire. Nothing happened. He died. Okay. Chalo, that could have also happened. Then you had this incident of Salman Khan. One night, somebody went and fired bullets on Salman Khan's residence. Not at somebody, just at his building. Dang, they fired. There were 4 of them, and they too seems to be belonging to the Bishnoi gang. That is the Lawrence Bishnoi gang. And the 4 suspects who were arrested by the police is Vicky Gupta, Sagar Pal, Anuj Thapan, and another individual from Punjab. So there were 4 suspects. Later on, that 4 got added to 6. There were 6 individuals, they claim, who went and shot outside Salman Khan's house. And this Anuj Thappan was killed in police custody. He died in police custody. Okay, na? One person dies. Just people come, bandra, dang, shoot, go. And the guys are in custody right now. And that matter ended there. Nothing much came out of that matter. You see, there is another star called Govinda. Those 2, I find it very strange. Of course, he says that there is nothing strange about it. It is just an incident. I am very happy. Everything is fine. There is no problem. And it could be. But I have a few questions in this also. You see, this man was traveling to Kolkata for a show. This yesteryear actor. He was a good actor, a big actor, former superstar of Hindi film industry, Govinda. This gentleman was traveling to Kolkata, and that to a morning flight. I'm sure a lot of y'all who must be here listening to this editorial would know what a morning flight means. It's a very tough thing. Morning, get up, do your chores, pack your bags and run for a flight. So he was up 4 o'clock, 4:45, 5 is what he says. He went to check his gun. He went to check his gun. He was going to Kolkata in an aircraft. Now, you can't carry a gun in an aircraft. So, obviously, he was not checking his gun. Like, one checks your watch or one checks your laptop and all. ठीक है क्या? Battery है क्या? ऐसा gun कोई check नहीं करता. You can't take gun in the aircraft. They will throw you out of the aircraft, whoever you are. But he is claimed to have checked his gun at 4:40 in the morning, and that gun fell from his hand, shot, and then wounded his legs very badly. And it was a pool of blood. थोड़ा स्ट्रेंज नहीं लगता है? सुबह 4 बजे गन टेस्ट करता है. गन को you check and you test your gun, especially when you are supposed to catch a flight. That gun would be the last thing you ever would want to check. Logically, I found that very weird. I am still saying what he must have said is true, because he says it is true. He says, boss, don't conjuncture anything. Don't create a conspiracy theory here. What I am saying is true. Maybe it's true. I am not disputing that. It could be true. But you think about it. Doesn't it sound strange? Now, that's all fine. What I want to talk about is, you see, all of these incidents are happening in Mumbai. And I agree to the Chief Minister of Maharashtra that, listen, you know what? An incident should not set panic, and it should not. But what I also request the Chief Minister of Maharashtra and this very professional force called the Mumbai Police Force is to respond. You see, it is the response that gives confidence to people. There is an action and there is a reaction. That reaction which the state, which the police takes, is what gives confidence to people. Let me give you an example. You know, there was a former commissioner, and at that point in time, there was a lot of killing in our city. Lot of shootouts. Hoteliers were shot. Restaurateurs were shot. Lot of shootout in the city. And there was generally panic in the city. You know what this commissioner did? I think that was a brilliant idea. What this commissioner did is he would walk his dog every morning. Without any security, without anybody guarding him, without any cops. He would wear his shorts and take his dog for a walk. And he ensured that walk that he did with his dog was covered by each and every media in the city. You know what that developed? That developed confidence in people. He was sending a message to the people saying that, don't worry, I am also walking my dog. No, nothing will happen in this city. We there to guard you. You see, building confidence is in 2 levels. One is by ensuring people that we are there to protect you. And secondly is by information, by giving people information, saying that there are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H steps that we have taken after this particular incident, that another incident will not and should not happen in this city. That's when people gain confidence. That's when the administration gains the trust of people. That's the point I'm trying to make. Let us know what are the steps that you are taking to ensure that such incidents doesn't repeat in the city. That is what the city is looking forward to. Till I see you next time. Namaskar.
Stay ahead with our cutting-edge news app. Instantly access the latest shorts in just 1 minute and breaking news in just 50 words. Download now for a smarter, faster news experience.